61 on board, rushed upwards. And normally there's warship near them. That would be the perfect thing for them to be able to get out. 29 people somehow stuffed and crammed their way into this lifeboat, pretty much crowding the entire thing. The other lifeboat will be launched as the ship flooded. After they unlocked it from the deck, Flush unsecured her from the deck. She's then snapped away from the rope, and the ship seemingly sagged a bit. They went to park. I'm gonna park her by the bow, but they went a bit of distances away. Meanwhile, the cabins were flaming fast. The engine room was basically entirely gone. Had basically blown apart. The ship's lighting was starting to fail, and then the military ship started sinking and exploding. A wave then broadly flew over. Ship took the brunt of the impact. The entirety of all the line failed. Just then the ship started to undo herself. .9 in the first lifeboat. Somehow. 7 people go on the deck chairs another piece of debris and would live. The four would be found dead in the water. And 16 had gotten on this lifeboat. Lifeboat, when it was finally got most of it from the chaos that was happening. 7 people on stuff would gain the lifeboat, causing the lifeboat to go from 16 to 23 people on it. One of them later dying from hypothermia. No, not hypothermia. Maybe a disease that they had. Surprising, I know. As the ship sank, they then barely got their way through the in-between of the ship and got away from it. Ship's bow plunged like a knife. Then it got nearer and nearer to the seabed's floor until it actually struck bottom. The ship then settled downwards, her propeller blades speeding up or sinking as people hung onto the side rails. And 7 in the water, 3 hung on to there. 1 hung onto this thing. 2 people were just on. One was clinging to a deck chair, another one was clinging to something. Ah, yes, something else. I don't know what the others were doing. The 29 people from the first lifeboat. A second, and the With you from the other lifeboat, got 52 people surviving. The rest simply perish in the water. Sadly. Those are the Bayview. The same port as the last ship we were talking about. It was an old rusty thing, really. There's a lot of belief in it. The engines were on the same deck as the little thing, and the fuse box was also on the same thing, and a weird shelf thing like thing. It was basically an entire plane on her. There'd always be one man operating, making sure the engines were operating okay. Never one would be asleep. There would be two other people who were able to be sleeping. One guy at a desk where they could sleep at, which the current occupation rate is 4. Another person making sure of the navigation of the ship following her course, and then the person who was piloting it, or the captain. The ship's prop starts spinning. Then she was launched. The Ace, which seemed to be basically and actually a better version of the Bayview. By better, I mean more cuddly taken care of version of her. That's what I mean. There are two men sleeping. One man making sure, one man making sure the engines were operating well. One person making sure the cargo was secured. That would have been the guy at the thing. Another guy hanging on to the railing sides as the ship sagged and rolled, and the person navigating the ship. Captain was one of the people sleeping at this time. Anyways, the ship was traveling around to. So happened to be some ice fields. The ship was pretty heavy roller. By that I mean her stability was seemingly no one had ever checked her stability. And on a bad time, she could be rolling where the water starts splashing over the railing and slightly in the cargo holds. This day was one of those days that was being a disaster. Let's see. As she went to the ice field, a complete and utter accident. They realized it, but thought that it's no danger, right, yeah, there's no danger. But no, to them, the old mines were still there.